Hi, welcome back to Cello from the Beginning. We've gone over the introductory technical challenges for French folk song in the previous lesson, and now we're going to begin learning the song itself. And we will divide this into three shorter lessons where we will work on the first 8 measures in this lesson, measures 9 through 16 in the second lesson, and the final 4 measures and putting it all together in the third lesson. So let me just play these first 8 measures for you once, and you may have noticed also that I've backed the camera up a little bit. This way you can see my left and right hand together. As we're getting into actual pieces and a little more complicated music, I thought that might be more useful than just moving the camera all the time. So here's these first 8 bars. All right, that's what we're going to learn today. Let's talk about some things right out of the gate. So, of course, if you don't have the sheet music, the link is in the description, so you'll want to pause, go ahead and print that out now so that you can look at it while we play. You certainly can learn this piece by ear. It's fairly short, but I think it would be helpful for you to have the sheet music so that you can have the visual reference to the things that we're doing. So right at the very beginning, we see that we have a 3/4 instead of a 4/4. That means we're in 3/4 time, which simply means that we continue to have a quarter note pulse in the measures. But instead of having 4 quarter notes where we would do our counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, we only have 3 quarter notes in each measure. So we repeat after 3. So we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Waltz time, if you will, just a simple 3/4. And you'll see that reflected in the music, that you'll have 3 quarter notes, and then you'll have your bar line. We also have a new kind of note here in the 4th measure, actually in the 4th measure, the 8th measure, 12th measure, and the 16th measure. We have a dotted half note. So the half note continues to get 2 beats. Adding the dot to the end of a note adds half the value of the note. So the half note gets 2 beats, half of 2 is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, and that's also reflected by the fact that you see that it's the only symbol in the measure. So there are no rests, there are no other notes, so it takes up the 3 full beats. So when we play that note, as we're playing it, we give it 1, 2, 3, all one note before we go on. So let's talk about a couple of things here. So we begin on the A string with all 4 fingers down. And these are all finger patterns that we've practiced in several other lessons, so the finger patterns here will be fairly straightforward. We begin with 4th finger for a measure, then 3rd finger, then we have 1, 3, 4, and A for 3 beats. That's our first sort of half of a phrase. 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, and then it goes on. When we put the bow to this, I want to show you where I'm playing this in the bow. I'm not starting here at the frog. I'm actually going to start with the bow roughly in the middle, and I'm going to play most of this piece, starting out especially in the upper half of the bow. Nice legato, smooth, connected strokes, not this, right? Not detached like that, but and you can just practice that, just going back and forth on the 4th finger on the A string, or high D, working in the upper half. Why am I starting up here? Well, it's because of this dotted half note, this 3-beat half note, so that when I get there, so I'll show you, I'll play from beginning, watch my bow. See where I am? I'm almost all the way to the tip. Now I have the whole bow to play this long dotted half note. 1, 2, 3. If I were to start at the frog, this is what would happen. Uh-oh, I run out of bow. So this is a question of bow positioning and also bow distribution. You'll notice that, again, I'm not trying to use the whole bow for most of these quarters, just a half bow. At this tempo, roughly a half bow or even a third of the bow is enough. And now a nice long bow. Now we'll talk about what to do now that we've gotten back to the frog when we go on to the next line. But let's practice this first pattern a little bit. So here it is, 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, A. Let's try it. Find your fourth finger. Bow's on the string in the center, ready to play in the upper half. 1, ready, play. 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3. Nice long bow. One more time. 1, ready, play. 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3. Let's do it one more time, and I will not say the finger numbers this time. So you'll have to read your music or work from memory. So you know we're starting with fourth finger. So I'll just count us off. 1, ready, play. Okay, that's the first 4 measures. Let's look at the pattern in the second 4 measures, measures 5 through 8, and then we'll connect them together. So we go on to measure 5. We're on the D string now, which you'll see also noted in the sheet music. So we start with fourth finger on the D string, and this pattern is actually very similar to what we just did, but actually easier. We just play down the scale. 4, 3, 1, and open D for 3 beats. So we don't have that little ascending stepwise pattern in the third measure. We just play 4, 3, 1, and open D. Now, we're going to start this one. We're actually going to start this one at the frog because that's where we will have ended up after that long up bow A. So we're here on the D string, but I need to get back into the upper half so that I have the whole bow for the up bow D, the long D at the end of this set. So I'm here at the frog. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to kind of use quite a bit of bow on the first down bow and kind of lighten up my pressure. See that? Almost even a little accent on the note. The music can take it musically. So here in the upper half, and now I have the whole bow to do that. So just make sure you've worked your way back down to the frog because of the long A. Now work your way back to the tip. All right, let's try it together. So we're at the frog or close to the frog, a fourth finger on the D string, 4, 3, 1, and open D. 1, ready, play. 4, 3, 1, D, 2, 3, and off. One more time. Back here at the frog, fourth finger's ready, everything's good, in position, elbows up, shoulders relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, a long D off. Okay, good. Now let's try that one more time on the D string. This measures 5 through 8. I will not say the finger numbers. So ready, fourth finger's down, bow's on the string close to the frog. Going to use a nice long bow on the first note. 1, ready, play. Okay, that's line 2. So when you have learned line 1, you're confident on that, and you've learned, it depends on your music, whether it's, if you're on the sound slice, then this is not actually divided by line. But when you've learned the first 4 measures, and then you've learned the second 4 measures, then we're ready to put them together. And here is where the first technique that we practiced in the introduction video comes into play, because the connection of measure 4 to measure 5 is going from the open A, where we've been playing on. We've had 4th finger, right? We played 4th finger, open A, and 4 on the D. So that's that exercise we practiced. 4, O, 4, O. That's why we practiced that, so that we wouldn't have to do it now. We're just ready to play this, technically speaking. So what I like to do to practice these connections is we don't have to play the whole first line. We can start from measure 3, which starts with a down bow. So we're going to play 1, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, and then go to the 4th finger. So here we go. 1, ready, go. 1, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we need to do. Those 3 measures. 1, 3, 4, a long open A, and then the 4. Here we go. 1, ready, play. 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, and 4. Did you get it? Was it nice and clean? No string noise, none of that, or anything like that. We want that change to be very, very smooth, because you can hear the music needs to be smooth through there. It connects. It's legato through that phrase, or that half of a phrase, into the second half of the phrase. There's no gap there. So let's practice that one more time, and then we'll put it all together. Here we go. 1, 3, 4, A, 4 on the D. 1, ready, play. 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're ready to try the first 8 measures. I'll do it once with the finger numbers, and then we'll do it once without. So upper half, starting in the middle, ready to play in the upper half. 4th finger down, make sure we got it in tune. Check it there, okay. 1, ready, play. 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, D, 2, 3. All right, good. Let's do it one more time. Of course, you can do it many more times if you need to, but we'll do it one more time for the video for you to practice with, and I won't say the finger numbers. So we're setting up 4th finger on the A, bows on the A, right in the middle. 1, ready, play. Okay, practice that. When you've mastered those first 2 lines, when you can play each set of 4 bars independently and then connect them smoothly, you're ready to go on to the next video, which will cover measures 9 through 16. We'll see you there.